Hi, so today we're going to learn about quicksort. Quicksort is a little bit different from insertion sort, and they are very efficient. So we're going to have to use a recursive and also a for loop, right? So this is the concept of divide and conquer, and which is why very efficient. Also, the performance on average, basically big O of n log n for time complexity. So which meant is way better than big O of n log big O of n square, right? So let's try to understand the concept here. So let's say this is the given unsorted array, and we pivoted a number from the back, and that's the one that we're going to use it for to partitions our left and right array, so that we can re-pivot a different number within inside our recursive functions, so that we can divide it over and over again. And after that, if we don't have anything else to divide, then we can start sorting that array numbers accordingly, with the least number on the left and the greater number on the right. And finally, we can come up and puzzle everything together, and at the end we're going to have a sorted array. All right, so let's go and implement that concept on this JavaScript. First thing first, we're going to check if array dot length is less than or equal to 1, right? If it is, we're going to return array itself. So why is that? Well, if you look at this, we don't have anything else to divide, then there's only 1 or less than. So that means we just have to return the array. That's it. And also we need pivot. So this pivot will be array and the shift, right? So shift, why are we using shift? Well, we're not gonna use that same value to compare the value itself, so we just have to shift it, or basically remove it from the array. So in this case, shift mean remove it from the front. And in this case, this example is basically using the pivot from the back, so it's probably pop or something like that. We can use a different data structures, but in this case we're going to use shift. All right, so we just shift that value, the first value from array, and we call it pivot. All right, so after that we're going to need left array and right array, and we're going to have a for loop to traverse through the array, the original array, and we will start it from I think 0, yeah. So index and then less than array dot length. All right, looking good. And after that, we need to check the left and right. So if so, that way we can partitions left and right array. So yeah. All right, so the pivot, if it's greater than array index, that means we have to left dot push and array index. Else we just have to right dot push array index. Okay, looking good. Let's check and see if anything's wrong here. Control and enter. Okay, so we got something wrong, so that means we are missing any condition that we need to do here. So okay, so right here we can call quicksort, right? Now we're gonna pass left here, and we're gonna call concatenate, because we're passing, basically returning any we are basically collecting the left and right partitions, and then after that we just returning the concatenations of array the one that we just sorted into basically one linear array. So that's what we're trying to do, and we have to pass the left here, and then on concatenate functions we're going to pass pivot, and then we're going to pass array quicksort, quicksort, and then inside that quicksort we're going to pass right array. All right, control and enter, and there you go, it worked. So you will be wondering like why left here and why right here. Well, the right one is basically the first one we get is usually the largest number, so it is basically going from here to there, right? So usually the pivot is usually in the middle, so that's why we just kind of like, hey, go try to concatenate these two at the back, and the left will be whatever number less than the pivot itself, so which is make more easier for us to implement this in this way. So once it go into this recursive functions, it will be concentrate on only the left side right here, right? So and then this right here on the right side, and it will concatenate together, put it together, but the pivot will be in the middle, right? So there you go, that's the quick sort.